that itself now has become like a religion, because if science doesn't say something, a lot of people will be like, you know what, if science says this is it, then that is it. Whereas, there are good cases that we can actually make towards science as well, because uh, if you look at science, there are always theories that have proven wrong with time. uh, for instance, back in the days, the early scientists, right, philosophers or scientists you can call, they used to believe that uh, sun and other planets basically revolve around Earth. That was their notion. But with time, we kind of realized, and more bright scientists came forward, and then they said, you know what, that's not the case. So it's not the other planets are revolving around us, it's these planets revolving around the sun. And then there are so many other theories, and science is something that has always been breaking, because back in the days, when people used to believe that something is not possible, right? If someone had to run a specific uh, and there are a lot of books that basically talk about this. One of the books that comes to my mind is Psycho-Cybernetics, that basically talks about, there was one story wherein there was a belief that had taken place in people, that they were in a specific time frame. This is the only distance you can cover. For example, maybe you can only cover 100 meters in 10 seconds, right? And no one believed that in 10 seconds you can beat that, right? You can do 110 or 150, you can break that distance, unless someone really broke it. And the person that actually broke it was someone who did not believe that, this is the definition of science, or science telling me that this is what is possible. People have actually gone ahead and broken those uh, notions. And with science, new theories coming forward, we have always found that science is, once we find more information, the theories that we believed in 20 years ago may not be true. And that may happen even 20, 50 years ago from now. For example, what we're believing today may be wrong after 15 years, because we have got more intelligent people, have got more amazing technology to identify that, right? For example, now we can know so much about brain, neuroscience, neurology, hormones, is because of fMRI, right? This does not exist a couple of years ago. So now we have more information on that. So this debate of religion versus science, it's a huge debate. But what can you do? I mean, one of the things that I would recommend people to do is, rather than buying definition from someone else, where someone tells you this is what is the right thing, or that is wrong, go ahead and find the answer for yourself. It's hard work, it's not simple, but it is better than buying a definition from someone else, or believe, not placing your belief in something, because unless you really identify, you experience what those things are, you wouldn't know if that is true or not. So for example, if you don't believe in religion, it's time for you to open the religious books, read as to what exactly are they saying, because before you know something, and you make a perception, that's being ignorant, that's being you not putting in the effort. And same applies for people who say science is bad, and they are very religious, and the science is wrong. Let's open the books, go ahead and open the books of science, understand what science is basically trying to convey. And then I think, for someone to actually make opinions and perceptions, it is important that you make your own perceptions. Because trust me guys, if you're not making your own perceptions, people's opinion will make your perceptions, and you'll have to buy into those perceptions and their opinions. So true freedom comes when you create your own opinions by identifying facts, separating the right from the wrong, separating false from the truth, and making your own case as to what is right and what is not. Because see, all of us make decisions based on where we are at the moment, and based on the situations that we have come across, based on the environment that we have, based on the current place that you are in. It could be good, it could be bad. But for someone to really identify, if God exists, or uh, our religion's right or not, it's time for us to actually go ahead and evaluate both sides of the puzzles. Because if you don't know what the other person is all about, how can you say that they're wrong? So go out, have that have that mutual respect, wherein, let's say, if someone does not believe in what you believe, everyone has the right to have their own opinions and their own belief system. So you can't go ahead and say you're wrong just because you don't match my beliefs or you don't believe as I do. So let's cut some slack for people, because you know everyone's life is complex, uh, and in human beings in itself are complex. It's not simple that we are here, because all of us have our own experiences, our own traumas, our own goods, the bads, the family, the responsibilities. People are literally trying to do something, right? Sometimes good for their family, and that's a lot of work. So cut some slack for people. And I think one of the most important things we need in this age is basically more expansiveness, in the hearts of people, for allowing or being able to listen to other person's opinion, and being or having more flexibility for the difference of opinion, wherein we respect that maybe you and I don't agree on a lot of things, but there are certain things that we actually agree on. So let's focus on those, and try to build a world wherein all of us are safe, rather than attacking something which is maybe against your belief system, or something where or someone that actually does not believe as you, because that's not a good place to be in. Because if someone believes a certain way and you believe a certain way, um, let's not create a room where all of us are fighting, because there are always going to be people that will have difference of opinion. So let's move away from that, and let's focus. Let's really become more concentrated towards the fact as to what is actually important to us, and then let's focus on that.